My name is PJ Hardy, and I'm originally from Jamestown, and I actually live and work in Jamestown still for Jamestown Ambulance.
And what's your title?
I am right now an EMT intermediate, and I will be testing my medic hopefully in the next month, I hope.
Okay.
So almost done with that.
Tell us about your education.
I actually went through all my education here at Jamestown Ambulance. I got my EMT basic in 2005, I believe, and started working right away with this company. And then I did further schooling to my intermediate, which is a little more advanced, that next year. And then 3 years later, then I went on to paramedic school here at the same company.
So is your training hands-on, in the building, or do you do any online classes, or how do you earn your certificates or your degrees?
You do all your classroom work here, and that is it's a good chunk of the classroom. And then you are required to do ride-alongs and get patient contacts in different various categories, like geriatrics, pediatrics, cardiac patients, things like that. And you would do that here, or you can travel to our other sites that are in our company and do those also.
So why did you choose this career?
That is kind of a mystery. I've always kind of liked medical things, and I was going to school at a 4-year school for elementary education, and that just didn't seem like it was the right fit. And my friend was taking an EMT class, so I tried it out, and then I was hooked. So it's something that is different every day. You don't know. It's not like working in a clinic where you see the same things every day. Every day here every page that goes out is different. So it's pretty exciting.
So how many hours do you normally work in a typical week?
We do rotations of 4 shifts on, 4 shifts off, and those are 24-hour shifts. So we work one day I would be here in the house for 24 hours, and then the next day I would be at home with my pager on for 24 hours, and then back again one more day. And you do that about 2 times in a pay period.
And do you take work home with you?
Sometimes if you're in charge of setting up a new program or teaching classes, you would take some stuff home with you, work on it, and you would bring it back. When you're on call, you are at home on call, so you do kind of take it with you to Walmart and to wherever you go, but it's pretty simple.
How would you describe the pace at which you work?
It all depends. Some days we sit here and we do nothing but chores and cleaning and kind of some assignments that we have, and other days we don't ever sit down. You're running ambulance calls all day long, whether it's transfers or in 911 in Jamestown calls. So it kind of varies. It's a little mixture.
How has your education and training for this prepared you for your career?
It's very important, and it has obviously been a tremendous help. The patient contacts, the ride-alongs, all the information you get from your classes and your instructors. It's very helpful for us to have those patient contacts when we have somebody else with us that's helping us. So that was the best part of that and the easiest transition into actually working in the field.
You said why, but when did you decide on becoming a paramedic?
That is kind of funny. Once I became an EMT, I was like, I like my job. I don't need to do anything else. I really enjoyed being an EMT intermediate. And the more I worked, the more years I went by, I kind of was intrigued by what a paramedic could do more. They could take more patients. They could give more medications. They could fix more problems. So I kind of just decided that was probably the best route for me. And then I went through school and decided, it's kind of hard, but it definitely pays off in the end. You can do a little bit further patient care. It's nice.
What goals do you have personally in your career?
There's many. This company offers us many opportunities to travel if we would like to and work in other places. I would like to keep doing that, traveling hopefully abroad someday here, doing like mission trips, things like that. I also like the fact that they give us opportunities to be in different organizations. Like I'm involved in Southern Cardiac Arrest Association, so I get to kind of travel around to different conferences and go out in the public and talk to people, do CPR classes, EMT classes, and such, so that it gives us a big opportunity to get out there. If you want to be busy, they'll keep you busy. That's for sure.
What do you think it takes to be successful as an EMT?
Dedication, because you have to be willing to work your butt off when you need to. teamwork is a huge factor. You're always on with one other person at least. Sometimes you're in-house when you're staying here with 3 other people. So you become quite the family. And sometimes you can fight like brother and sister, but you have each other's back just like a brother and sister. So it's pretty awesome to know that you have another family at work as you do at home.
Do you travel for your job?
We do sometimes. We get sent out to do EMT classes or CPR classes all over North Dakota. We can go wherever they request us, we go. You just have to become an instructor, and you can do that right, through your ambulance service company. And then once you get that, you go out and you can teach, and there's other things. Sometimes there's opportunities to go work special events. We go work rodeos, marathons. We help out with hurricane disaster reliefs and things like that. So there's huge opportunities. Like they were down in Louisiana helping out with the hurricane, and so there's advantages of being in a company that you can travel with.
What do you find are the most difficult decisions to make?
There's a lot every day. As soon as that page goes off, or whatever call it is, you're making decisions right away. Whether it's to turn left and go down the street, turn right to go down the street, whether or not your patient gets a certain medication, whether you're going to transport lights and sirens to the hospital or just go nice and easy to the hospital. Every day, every second of your ambulance call is a decision. So you have to be very open to making different changes as needed as they come.
Do you work independently or on a team? And if you do work on a team, can you give some examples?
We do. We work every day on a team. Sometimes it's a team of 1 person or of 4 people. It all depends on the call. We are dispatched with 1 other person, so there's 2 people in each ambulance. You get to a call, sometimes you need help, so we have to call for another ambulance, and then you're working side by side with 3 other people. And that is on a daily basis that we work with our partners. And when you're in-house and you're doing chores, you're working with everybody that's here, getting things done. When you're teaching, you're out teaching with people. So it's very important here, teamwork.
And any advice that you would give to a high school student who thinks that they want to be an EMT someday?
I would suggest taking any kind of health-related classes you have in high school. Anything to start your knowledge base is awesome. Whether it's like a health careers class when you're a senior, or CNA classes that are offered, it's very important to start with that, and then go on and you can take a first responder when you're in high school. You can also take EMT class after, I believe it's 17, you can take EMT class. I would do that, kind of get the ball rolling that way, and try to get hired on with an ambulance service, volunteer or hospital-based or private company. Once you start that, then you can go right on to paramedic school through them. So,